Good evening. And tonight I'm going to show you about what you can do with some of your figs when you got too many. You need to do something with them. So first off, instead of showing you these, the ones that are the least, we make a puree. That's not quite done, but it's real close. Looks like it needs to maybe be blended. And then we got this. We got some whole figs and we got some slices. So let's have a look at both of them. And let's see what we got here. Ooh, I want to cut one of these open. That looks really good. Let's see another tray there. You got a green. What about this green one here? Let's see what this green one looks like. Got more? Ooh, what's that? Kind of looks like green. Is that oh, wait a minute. I don't know. Let's cut this one open. All right. Here we go. We are going to cut this open. You know what? We're going to need some more on here. Get a little more light on this here. Oh, yeah. Dried figs from the Dehydrator. Looks like a Hearty Chicago. Ooh, no, I believe that. Yep, I believe it is a Hearty Chicago. This is probably green Mitch Gorinska. So good. Maybe I'm going to guess that this is Socorro Black. Ooh, look at that. That's what they do. Let's see how one tastes. Oh my goodness. Looks like a raisin. Big raisin. Really interesting. Let's see what this green Miss Grinska turns into. Interesting. It's got a real cherry flavor to it. It's like a dried cherry flavor. It's kind of interesting. And this, most likely Mount Etna. Yep. I can taste the Mount Etna in it. Now, let's go back over here and look at some of these others that we've sliced. Pull these out. You can see some honey figs in here. See some Socorro Black. That right there, I guarantee, is zaffiro. We do them for about 36 hours on 115 degrees. Whole or not, doesn't matter.
The whole ones take longer.
The whole ones do take longer. Tell you what, let's cut one more of these open in here. I think I want to do a yellow one. Let's see if we can find a yellow. Here's one way back here. That is yellow long neck. Let's go see what this looks like. Kind of not too impressive, really. See what it tastes like. Tastes like cooked peaches. That is so strange. It does. It tastes like a cooked peach. Almost got the consistency of cooking peach. It's been cooked. It's kind of interesting. Come on. So, here's one more thing. This is what you get when these flat ones get done. And they're delicious like that. They'll keep. No problem. You can throw an oxygenator in here and they'll keep. We keep them in a jar for. We'll put a lot of times if we're going to keep them in our dehydrator, or after we dehydrate them for keeping them for ourselves, we will take them and put them in a jar, put an oxygenator in there, and they'll keep well over a year without problems. So if you got lots of extra figs, that's a good thing to do with them. I bet that's a green Minskrinska. Or maybe that could have been white Madeira. So good. So yep, got some extra figs. There's some things you can do with your figs. Thanks for watching.
So I've been sitting here dehydrating these figs, and I've noticed that everybody's been talking about different, not everybody, there's been talk about different seed crunchers, and if you look in here, you can actually see the seeds, and some of them have a higher concentration of them. So different varieties have different amounts of seeds, and your honey figs are showing a lot less of the seeds than your berry figs and some of these others.
Interesting.
That was all I wanted to tell you. So you can see where some of these have a lot more seeds than the others. And some of these that are darker interior have more berry flavor and more seeds. While these, with the more yellowish and golden interiors, actually have less seeds in them. Whenever you chew on them, they've got less seed crunch.
Now, the whole figs, something else we've noticed here is, let's just pick something here. You have, I was looking for, what is that green one up there? What I was actually looking for, that's it. That right there was once a white Madeira #1. Now, let's cut that open and look at it. It's still got some red color to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That was what I was curious. Now, what do we got over here? Let me see the, turn it up or let me see. Okay. I'm a little on the fence, but I think it's socorro black. It is. You go ahead, let's do the yellow long neck, see what it looks like. These are after 36 hours?
I'm not sure they've had
36 to 48 hours of dehydration.
And if you look,
And they'll keep at this stage right there. Well, until you cut them open like that, of course. But
there's less seeds
so
in
now,
that one.
now, how much different is the sliced ones? You can see these are a lot more. You got a lot more juice and texture in them. Where that's right, smart. Oh yeah, there's. That's probably white Madeira or green Minskrinska. Got a yellow one. I see a smaller yellow one up there. Those are all long yellows too. Them smaller ones because CDA Constantine de Algiers looks totally different. It's a totally different type of fig, and it gets like that thing like really ripens fast in the fridge. It's if you don't like go ahead and put it in a dehydrator when you bring it in, you're like, you almost can't dehydrate it. So there's some different figs we're dehydrating and kind of what they're looking like. Just thought I'd share that with you. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we're going to talk about fig varieties for drying. And I want to tell you something. I want to show something that we've observed. This is Borgia Oat, Reese, Socorro Black. I'm not sure which one this is right off the top of my head. Could be Black Mantazina. It's what it kind of looks like. But we're going to cut them open, and there's a big difference between the two. See how kind of soft that one is versus this one here is a lot more firm. Now, let's cut them open and see what they look like, the differences. Now, I'm going to tell you off the bat, okay, so that is zaffiro. And that's definitely Socorro Black. Now, as you may know, I'm going to have to take some pictures and add into what they look like before they're dehydrated. And you'll notice that the Socorro Black has a cavity in it. Well, that's why this one's so much softer, because it had a cavity in it. And that's what it kind of dries like. Makes for a softer fig, where, as you can see in the zaffiro, when it's fresh, that it doesn't. So it's a lot solider fig. I can't say which one's going to keep better, but I guess we're going to figure that out as we go, ain't we? So, gives us some good content to learn about these figs as we dehydrate them and things that we're going to do with them and how they respond. So, thanks for watching. Now, these are some that was cut open yesterday. These here are. That is Allier, LSU Allier. These are the ones we just cut open. Now, let me show you something else.
So, these figs, some of them look more shriveled up than the others, but that doesn't mean that they've been in there for different amounts of time drying. It's the difference in between a solid interior and a hollow inside. The ones that are hollow inside shrivel up more.
So, yeah, we're calling this considerations when drying figs, I guess. Oh, and I got to share one more thing with you. When you put your figs in to dry, I don't know if you can see it on here, but they will start to weep a little bit. That nerve's got a little bit of it coming out the stem. Look at that. See it right there? Can you see the you see that? It's hard to really get that to focus in where you can see that it's like the honey that's in the eye as it dries. Sometimes it wants to drip down on these trays. And let me show you what it turns into. We've been collecting this stuff up. I'm not sure what for, but you talking about like tasty. It's got like a consistency of wax, kind of, but it's really sweet. Definitely something I'd never experienced before, that's for sure. It's almost like a half melted gummy bear in your mouth. That's about what it's like eating. It's really interesting. So some of the things you get when you're trying to process figs and you learn. So, oh yeah, you can see here where this one here's kind of bubbling out. That's a LSU long neck. See if I can get that to focus. Not very well. I hope you can see that. So, there we go. Some more dehydrated fig information that we're discovering as we go along. All right, we are having a look here at some figs, some more dried figs. This is from August 7th of 23 last year. This jar here is from 8/11/24. So we're going to show you a comparisons to how you can store these things and keep them, and what they look like a year from now. And we just ain't done nothing but put them in a jar and close it. Oh, yummy. They continue to dry some. But now, here's some that we just dried about a month ago. As you can see, they've still been drying. Yeah, not near as dry as these. They slowly dry in them jars even after you've dried them. But you definitely want to get most of the moisture out of them. So there's what they will look like over a period of time. And here's the ones we were looking at a little while ago. They've been sitting here for an hour, starting to dry some more. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.
Observations while processing these figs. You have sugar spots on these, and they're more prone to molding than the rest of the fig is. The rest of this fig is just fine. But in through here, there's mold, and that's not good for eating.
And that's what keeps them from keeping long for the market. So that's not a trait you want in a market fig. Not at all if you're planting out a big greenhouse.
And it's usually the sugar spots or the darker spots that mold first.
All right, so just some observations. And so we understand here, it still looks good on the inside, but these figs have been in the fridge about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5, but 2.5 weeks. And once they've been in the fridge 2 weeks, if we haven't sold them, we process them, whatever's in the bowl. And you don't lose a lot. She's probably done. There's some that we're cutting up now that's going to be cooked down, and there's some of the waste that we get. And I feed it to my chickens. They love it. It's a source of food right now for them. And I don't have nothing but young hens now, so that are not quite ready to lay. So this is a good opportunity to get some good nutrition in them. But we've had these figs in the fridge about, like I said, about 2.5 weeks. This is super red hybrid, super jumbo. They tend to hold up really well. You just need to store them with the eye up like that. And these ones with sugar spots like Smith, they don't tend to hold up too good. That, like my wife was saying, they get these. See, there's one side of it that's not, which we can use, and there's the side that's got mold on it. Can't use that. So just some things to think about when you're trying to select a fig to grow commercially, and whether it's going to make the grade or not. You'll never see any of the socorro blacks, Borgia soaked grease figs. They won't mold. They don't have an issue like that at all. They're usually still good at 2.5 weeks like these here are. So something to think about when looking at commercial figs. Thank you for watching.